Welcome back to Retired Rookie Cigars. My name's Chris, and tonight we're going to look at the SP1014 Antra by Sanj Patel and Eladio Diaz. Um, this is, I believe, mostly undisclosed as far as tobacco. It is the tobaccos in this. I believe it's 7 tobaccos make up this blend, all aged at least 10 years. It's got a nice pigtail cap, closed foot. But I'll go ahead and tell you, I've had 7 or 8 of these, so that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm going to think as we go through this. But I still wanted to review it and kind of document what I've got, because it is pretty consistent each time I've had one of these. We'll talk more about that later. But for now, I'm going to get this thing cut and lit and get into it and check back with you, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, actually I'm a little further into that than it looks like. I bumped against the side of my chair, so the ash fell off early. I'm about an inch into it maybe. Flavor note wise, this is a little different than the previous ones because I'm already picking up a little bit of a floral spice and a very fruity, especially on the retrohale, flavor note. That's one thing that when I've smoked this cigar has been consistent. It usually opens up for me on the second, third more so, especially in that retrohale. This is hitting me a little bit earlier than usual, with a little bit of a chocolate and some nuttiness as well. So off to a great start. Real quick though, the colors of this, the I guess purple and blue, those are the color of the SIDS Foundation, Sudden Infant Death Syndrome. That's the cigar Antra is named for Sanj Patel's daughter, Antra, who died of SIDS, I believe 20 years ago last month. So this was in honor of her, named after her, and the proceeds, the profits from this cigar go to the SIDS Foundation. So most of you probably know that, but if you don't, there's just some important information really. But I'm going to smoke on down through this. Excited to get into it because I know what's coming. I hope I know what's coming based on my previous experience. So we'll check back with you in a few minutes and we'll see what happens. You can see we're coming to the end of the first third here. Changes right now, kind of like I expected. That berry note is becoming more distinct. It really, for some reason, it hits me right here every time. And I've seen other reviewers and Sanj Patel himself talk about a raspberry note. I can't pinpoint that detailed, but definitely a fruity berry note, some floral, I call it floral spice, a little bit of a tingle on the retro, but that's the primary things I'm getting from this cigar. A little bit of nuttiness in there with it. You can see just a nice burn. I was looking back, this is my 9th one that I've had. Each of them has been great construction. This one actually has a tighter draw than the previous 8. It's manageable, a little tighter than I like it to be. Other than that, so far, so good. So I'm going to smoke it on down and check back in with you. And if there's any more information I've got on this cigar or anything I think about, I'll share it with you. So we'll see you in a few minutes. We'll see what happens. So coming to the end of the second third here, I want to tell you something with 2 things. First of all, I didn't mention the size of this Lancero is a 7x43, which is very unique. I believe it's the only 7x43 that you can find in the cigar market. But aside from that, talking about the flavor notes, still getting that berry and that little bit of tingle, along with some of like a light roast coffee. But that berry on the retro, I want to tell you this. I heard Sanj talking about slowing down your retro, bringing the smoke in your mouth, letting it cool for several seconds, and then slowly letting the retro come out. I get more of the berry note when I slow it down and do that, as opposed to just bringing the smoke in and then blowing it out, retroing it out. So give that a try. You might find you'll pick up more of that note, or more other notes that you get in any cigar, probably. But so far, this is outstanding. I had about a 1-inch ash when I was in through here somewhere. I went to tap it off and it wouldn't fall off. So I'm not sure if that's a great sign of construction or just what that means, but it's kind of cool. Anyhow, I'm going to finish this off, come back to you with final thoughts, and see you in a few minutes. Okay, so wrapping up final third here on this Antra. The berry on the retro sort of faded away in the final third for me on this one. On the palate, I've still got that little bit of a coffee and sort of a cocoa and nuttiness going on. And it's been pretty much there on the palate the whole way. It's just that berry fruity thing really takes center stage most of this cigar for me on that retro, and I tend to enjoy that so much I kind of overlook the other flavor notes, and that's just how I've done. This is a long smoke, so a lot of Lanceros will burn through pretty quick, and I smoke pretty fast. This is a long smoke. Overall, this is a really nice cigar. If I'm probably going to come out with a top 5 of the first half of the year. This is definitely on that, very close to the top. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 on construction. Just a slightly tight draw. Other than that, no problems. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 on flavor. Not many complaints with that at all. And value, at $14 for what you got, 9 out of 10 on value. So highly recommend. This is available in a 5-pack now. It was just a box, now it's 5 packs are available. I highly recommend at least getting a 5-pack, giving this cigar a shot. Let me know what you think. I'm stuttering all over the place. And please like and subscribe if you're still here. And again, I enjoyed it, recommend it. And until next time, I will see you later.